help other people and we can understand them, yeah, and we can understand what's going on for them. And because when we understand what's going on for them, then we can reach out to them and then we can help them. Yeah. Okay, so that's what it's about. It's a community thing, and that's why we're all out here. That's why it's really hot in here. Yeah? So if your hair sweat out, it's for the Lord. Amen? Okay. So, I'm going to hand over to introduce yourself.
Oh my God, I'm home. This church waited me. But I'm so happy to be here. My name is Martha Molly. I'm a nurse specialist in Sickle cell. I've been in it since 1996. And I hope there are some of my clients in here. If you are, wave at me, don't lie and tell me that you were here, because they were supposed to be here. There's one here. Since 1996, I took interest in sickle cell. But first of all, I just want to say one verse. Hosea 4:6 says what? My people perish for? And so we need to have knowledge. I have campaigned for sickle cell over the years, and sometimes when I'm giving leaflets, I hear black people say, it's not in my family, and they pass me with my leaflet being handed to them. It's not in my family. I'm standing here. I thought it was not in my family. I discovered that my third born, 25 years, after I've been in sickle cell for so long, was a carrier. So my late husband was a carrier. I didn't know. So you don't know until you are tested. What is sickle cell? How many of you know what sickle cell is? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it short because I want the sufferer herself to also be given just 5 minutes to talk about what it is. It's better to hear it from the horse's mouth. So sickle cell is actually a condition which affects mostly, and please, if I was marking your essay and you didn't put mostly, I will fail you. Mostly black people. It is not a black man's disease. In fact, when it began in the 60s, this condition has been around for years before research started. So in the 60s, it was actually called the black man's disease. But now, if you see most of the flyers we have got all colors. In fact, as I stand here, we lost one patient who was Greek from sickle cell last week. So you can't say it's a black, she was pure white. So you can't say it's a black man's disease anymore. But it is inherited, which means it is passed on. So if, for example, me, I've got what is called AS. Now, what is AS? Normally, the red blood cells, how many of you know that every part of us, even the hair, has got little things called cells, which connect to make a thing. God is so powerful. So those cells, the red blood cells, are the ones which are affected. How are they affected? So if I carry sickle cell, AS, and I meet a man, he's not my husband, please. I'm just going to use him because he's unfortunate. He's in front. And he is my husband, and he's also a sickle cell carrier. We stand a chance of having 1 in 4 chances of having a child with sickle cell every time I'm pregnant by him. Please, he's not my husband. I don't want to be divorced. Okay, so did you get that? Yes. It's every pregnancy. The myth that was in Africa and even the Caribbean, because I've counseled a lot of mothers who have cried to me and said, Martha, why me? Martha, why me? They said I would have 4 children and then only 1 would have sickle cell. It's not like that. Every time I'm pregnant by this man who is also a carrier, and I'm a carrier, I stand a chance of having a child with sickle cell. 4 chances. So the 2 chances are that our child will be a carrier, The other chance is that the baby will be okay with no sickle cell at all. And then the other chance is that the child will have a full-blown. It is the full-blown that causes a problem. One of my sickle cell patients yesterday, actually into a debate, I like debates in sickle cell, is very upset that he has got sickle cell. So he was telling me, he said, I don't understand what is love. When two people are going to love each other and have a child who will suffer for life. And I said to him, but if he meets me, he's okay, now he's not my husband, he's just met me and he thinks I'm a beautiful lady and he's going to love me. Is he going to check? Hey, let's have a look. Have you got sickle cell? Would you do that? We don't, and so we are so ignorant. But from this generation, the young soldiers, I don't think they should be ignorant. They should know. And you can be tested. If you've never been told, young soldiers, that you are a carrier or you're not a carrier, you need to go and be tested. You will carry a card. Even if you're okay, you have a pink card. If you are a carrier, you have a yellow card. When you meet somebody, you don't ask them straight away. Of course, there comes a time when you start chatting, and yes, I come from Zambia. I'm a Zambian, by the way. I come from Zambia. Where do you come from? Oh, Nigeria. Okay, Nigerians, cool. I think we come from Africa, and we could be carriers of sickle cell. Do you know about it? You are just discussing, isn't it? Yeah. Get to talk about it and get to know. Make informed choices. What I refuse, and mothers, please don't beat me. I will not stop my son from falling in love with a sickle cell carrier. Amen. Sorry. Amen. So there, if you differ with me, that's okay. But I will not. Because love is a spirit, isn't it? And once there is love, would you rather be in a relationship where you are battered and you are having no more children, or in a relationship where you are happy and you are looking after this child together? I don't know. This is my stance. I will never tell you that you should not get married. So when a child is born with sickle cell, it's terrible. I've seen divorces, actually. I've seen divorces in my career. Men don't stay where it is hot. They run. Okay, sorry, I'm not generalizing, some do. But, and I've seen it actually. Leaving a mother who's got 4 children with sickle cell alone, and you've gone, what sort of a man are you? Yeah, why not share the burden? So that is why, ladies, be informed and be tested when you meet a guy. It is a painful disorder. From 2004, this government put in money. 50 million was infused into this condition. So now from the time a baby is born, even before the baby is born, during conception, by 3 months, we should have tested you and your partner, and you would have known whether you are at risk. And still when the baby is born, by 8 weeks, the baby, on the 8th day, the baby is tested, and you will know whether the baby is a carrier or even has got a full-blown disorder or not. And we are still going to go with you, look after the baby with you. One of my jobs is that I'm the one who delivers, not now, I used to deliver the bad news. So when the baby is born with sickle cell, I'm the one to knock at your door, and normally I would have prepared the mother. If you see me at your house, it means. So one time I had a baby thrown at me. He's got sickle cell. Take it. I don't want it. Take it. I stayed with the baby for 1 hour while they calmed down in the bedroom. I want to cry. It's a very painful disorder. And it hurts to know that you're going to have a child who is going to be in so much pain. But if we can't stop it, at least we can make the people go through it without much pain. Help the parents understand this condition is painful, but there's somebody here. She's a grandmother. Have you ever heard of that? Most of the times, a long time ago, sickle cell patients were told they will never live up to, I was told 14 years. But she's a grandmother, this lady. Would you like to be known?